What's good, y'all? Like, we only doing it like this because, like, you can see, like, stuff behind, but what's good, y'all? Hold up. Like, we only doing it like this because, like, nigga, I muted you already. What the fuck? Okay. I guess we can hear how that's sounding then. But, what's I saying? Oh, I'm about to record some other videos after this, so I was like, I already put the green screen up. I don't feel like putting it back up, and then it's probably gonna be a thing where you can like see it in the background on the ground, and it's gonna be distracting and some more shit. So I was like, all right, forget it. But yeah, so we kind of got this, split up into by episodes, and then I put like timestamps on my notes just in case I don't remember what I was specifically talking about, just in case I can go back. But don't know why I have these headphones on. Well, it's a good thing I did because it probably would have been echoing if I didn't, check the sound. But yeah, that's enough talking. We gonna get into this. But so it was basically confirmed they killed dolls off camera. That was an L. Like I don't know how certain things are compared to the books. I don't know if that was a show exclusive thing or. See, I don't know. It's kind of, it's kind of a different thing killing someone off camera or like off page in a book than it is off camera in like a movie or a show. But I just thought that was an L. Let's see, holding on a dummy mission with the reactor. Oh yeah. It's like I gotta get it. And I guess there wasn't enough time to get there. I mean, to get out of there. But I don't know. I could be mistaken, but I remember seeing something being like, "Oh, you could just do this instead," and then he just kept going the same way, trying to like hammer it down. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Another note I put. So far, and y'all, I think, I don't know, I already recorded it, but I don't remember. So far, I put like in parentheses, Naomi. I almost said Naomi. No, I don't know what I was about to say, but she's an L so far. Being a hypocrite to Clarissa. I think she was saying like doing something behind the back. Or hold on, let me go back and look at it. Hopefully the audio is good. I'm not showing the screen. Hopefully the audio is good for it not to be, blocked for a second real quick. Now I gotta search it since it's not in my continue watching thing anymore. Cut the volume down. All right. You just heard holding right there. Fucking bitch.
We've been flying together for months now. She's been working her ass off.
The only reason she's here is because you decided to make her part of the crew. As if that could replace Alex.
And no one was saying this was replacing Alex.
This has nothing to do with Alex.
Hold on.
You made some pretty big decisions.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly.
Oh, so does that mean you can do whatever you like now?
I'm not saying that. maybe you could cut Peaches a fucking break.
Yeah, so I think as I was typing that, Amos was saying that line. I was like, bro, let's not be a hypocrite. I'm like, yo, why? Dude, what's with all this? Whatever. Oh, Micho at the beginning. And I heard that this was a character plus Micho was like how Kamina is in the show. But we're going based off what she is in the show. But that was an L with that pressing the wrong button, and then later she accidentally cock blocked. I'm like, dude, come on, bruh. Philip took a W. Hold on. I gotta look at that because I don't know which. Oh, yeah. When he left the girls, when she was like, better looking than his father. Who says that, bruh? Like, bruh. Who's. Like, I'm gonna just be thinking, like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, why. Dude. So I thought that was a W for, you skedaddling. Listen. You know how it is when it comes to me. I'm all for it. But when you say that type of stuff, I'm gonna look at you like, bruh, you think this is getting me in the mood? No. And then the last note I put in episode 1, don't act surprised, Philip, that Marco switched up. Bruh, like, you chose the wrong side. Don't act surprised when he's given this type of energy now. Episode 2. Kind of with the Naomi being an L so far, but the Rocinante crew being unnecessarily dicks to each other. Like, there's no reason for us to be dickheads. Always like, Holden and Clarissa and Naomi and Amos and Holden. I'm like, dude, the only people who had some type of like harmony within the group anymore was Amos and Clarissa. Oh, Kamina. Was this when she? What did she do? I said Kamina striking back, but be smart. I don't know if this is when she took like all the cargo and shit like that. I don't have a timestamp on that one. Let me see. Let me see what's the next one, but the next one is 32 minutes in, so I'm like, well, I basically I guess I could just like skim through it real quick.
Michael Jordan has a future. He's gonna change the world.
Turn the volume down. Let's see. Damn. All right, what was this? Oh, was this when she met with the what homeboy? Oh yeah, and she was trying to do a little trade, and then she was like trying to get his connects and shit like that. Okay, bet. Yeah, I didn't like like I said in the other stream, I didn't like the Naomi stuff, and hold on. I didn't like the Naomi stuff in last season. Like, that's one of the like less than 5, but probably 3 or 4 moments ever on the channel where I had to like fast forward through something in a movie or a show. But I like the little, not like, yes, I love to see that, but like an interesting moment of her getting a little PTSD right before she was about to jump out. And then it was hilarious how it was like, Clarissa, stay behind me. She uses her little mod, and then immediately like gets clapped. I'm like, dude, that's hilarious. That's hilarious to me. put Christian played the shit out of Monica. What is this? Oh, basically, or don't report this and then wonder if every attack could be the one that you could have stopped or whatever. And then the last two notes I kind of got are in the same scene. Holden just being like, mind if I talk? Amos is like, sure, go ahead. Like, did you think you were gonna get the room, buddy? No, sir. But then Holden talk about something. If you want to do something like that, talk to me first. Nigga, shut up, bruh. Be quiet, dude. Now, okay. We're at the end of the series, so we don't have time for us to like build some rapport of being like, oh, Holden, this happened, and then you're like, you make a bad decision, and then it's like it's clear. It's been clear from the get-go that if something happens with Naomi, like, you're gonna focus on Naomi and not really the mission per se. So when Clarissa did that, that was the right decision to make. She froze up. Like, we don't have time to be like, Naomi, you can do it, it's okay. Like, no. And she ended up making herself useful anyway. Alright. Episode 3. Whew. I put L student and sister and kid. Like, bro. Her and those little creatures and her running off and shit like that. Listen, I blame her because the next thing it says, why does every time I try to do one of these streams, my allergies just like, yeah, we weren't here before, but yeah, we're gonna randomly come through. But next thing I put was even worse sister. Listen, I firmly believe that you could have prevented my man's death. That if you were there, he wouldn't have got hit by a car off cam. But you wanted to go back to those creatures and ignore your brother, so I blame you. Oh, Marco making a strategic move, but why did Ceres go with it? And then it was basically said they didn't really get the choice, and then we're gonna see why, like, I kept this note in later on. Ironically, hold up, let me make sure okay, but alright, I had to make sure I made a note of it later on too. Ironically, and I don't make it anymore, but I said ironically, the garbage Amos and Bobby were eating reminded me of what I was eating the night before. And like, I literally was like heating everything up, and I was like, if someone just looked at this, they'll be like, that shit look disgusting, but it was actually good. And so like, that's what that looked like. And basically, if you want to make that, is, you know what I'm saying, it's just chicken, cream of mushroom, and rice. But like, it looks disgusting, but it actually is good. I put W Prax. I think this is when he sent the little recipe for whatever the hell it was. I don't even remember. I watched this like in one day, like a week ago. Oh, dumbass wannabe Johnny Sins. Like, who said, didn't we come here to shoot these people? Who says this stupid? Why would you say that dumbass shit and then try to act surprised like, ooh, someone heard me? Nigga, you said it loud as shit. Like, why would you say that, bro? And then I get what you're saying. I don't want to be the one responsible for killing your kid, but L Holden with the missile. Like, you're lucky everything planned out. Like, get later on, if certain situations had happened, I would have blamed you. Philip finally stepping up. You know what I'm saying? He finally grew a pair. Alright, now episode 4. I said this kid's name is Little Xan, bruh. That is hilarious. This little kid, this animal is a... What? Oh, I think I typed it fat. It didn't put KS. This little kid thinks the animals are a prophet, like bringing the thing back to life. Originally, I just thought it was a different one of the creatures, and then she didn't realize that, but no, it's actually the proto-molecule. But yeah, going back to the strategic move with Viserys, did this dumbass... Let me make sure. Okay, I didn't write it. This dumbass series leader with this Ellen DeGeneres cut, blaming inners for the explosion. Why would we come here to, in your mind, quote unquote, help you when we're actually helping? Just to blow up the station that we needed one for resupply. 2, the people who are your people, quote unquote, left you to die with 3 weeks worth of food, to be sheltered by the enemy, and then you're gonna blame them. Why are you like at that point? I don't associate. Now it's different being like, okay, yeah, we're distancing ourselves from Marco, but like we still don't mess with inners. If you would have said that, oh, okay, I'll let you have that. Understandable. Like, you're not gonna be in a war with another faction, and then your people betray you, being like, oh, those are my people, it's all cool and all. It's different for like a Mandalorian situation where it's like y'all are about to go extinct if y'all don't team up and deal with your adversary. But in this case, well, yeah, in this case, the adversary was getting destroyed for a good minute. But that's besides the point. You're not gonna just be like, oh, hey, we're happy family, like we've been fighting for a good minute. We're all cool and we're friends and stuff. That's not gonna happen. But still, no one in their right mind is gonna be like, oh yeah, this person who was on my side betrayed me, was gonna leave us to die, put us in the hands of the enemy, but I'm gonna help push the propaganda that they hoped for, even though in the long run, why would that make sense? Alex country music is what it is. What's understood don't gotta be explained. I put Marco Bloody kind of bad. Hey, the little blondie that he had, she's kind of bad, man. Hey, like, hold on, I don't even know if this gonna sound. Hold on, let me see. Like Obi-Wan said,
I will do what I must.
Hold on, let me see, man.
I will do what I must.
We're gonna play it again anyway. Hey, you're gonna have to hear it twice. But let's see. I said Blondie hitting Philip with that Uno reverse, even better. Let me see what this is. Episode 4. Okay, just exit out and go back.
His focus needs to be on the battle. He can't be distracted by you. You need to fix this.
You want me to apologize to him?
I know it's hard to understand when all you see is how much our people love him. But he You're the only family he has left. He needs you at his side to give him support and counsel. The kind that no one else can.
You think you know my father?
Then send money to my family and pretend it's remorse.
Oh, okay. Cause he killed his boy, and then he wanted to send money, and then so then Philip hit her with this,
In the face.
and then she said,
Feel really guilty about it? Then send money to my family and pretend it's remorse.
and then she said that kind of stone cold. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hold on. But yeah. All right. So where we at? Oh, okay. I don't know what he was talking about, but I said Holden's on his parent because I said so shit. Like, I vow to never say that retarded shit a day in my life, but we'll see what this is pertaining to. Oh. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So Amos was pressing him about like the missile, and then I don't know you an explanation. What the fuck? And then go try to act surprised. Was that you? Someone tried to act surprised when he said he not going back to the ship. I think maybe it was Bobby. I don't know. But like, bruh. Like, when someone says that, like, that is immediately an L. Now it's different of, oh, hey, we can't talk about it here, but I'll explain it to you at this moment. That's different. I'll let that slide for either situations, for the parent or for Holden. But because I said so with parents, and I don't know your explanation with Holden, that's an L. Like, bruh, when you can't explain why you do something, it does not need to be done. Unless it's something that can't be or shouldn't be comprehended by a kid. Like, oh, why can't I talk to strangers? The only furthest I could go with that is a lot of people are weird. You're not going to get what I'm talking about now, but they're weirdos. What are they going to do? All right, that's when you need to kind of like start cutting the conversation, but because I said so, stop it. Even Naomi told Holden it was an L with the missile. I get your little explanation. I don't want to be the reason why your kid's dead, but one, you didn't shoot it. Bobby did. That's number one. Number two, we're in war right now. Philip knew Cole. Oh yeah, the little homeboy he had who had the brother. He kind of cool. I mess with their dynamic. Like if we had that little dynamic with Philip off rip, and then we're building some rapport as the audience with Philip, you can sympathize with Philip. But I just meet Philip, and then the first thing he does on screen is puts a gun to Ashford's head, and Ashford's dead because of this dude. Bars. And then I already had the perception going in that it's one of those things of, listen, I know it's your kid, but one, we at war. And two, this is like, you haven't seen your kid in so long. This is not the same kid that you knew. Me, the type of person I am, is like, listen, it don't matter. Co-workers, friends, family. If someone is a certain way, just because you have that type of relationship with it, shouldn't keep y'all like you see the description, Blacklist. That came from that whole philosophy of like, listen, I don't associate with you. Like if I had a close friend who does some we're just talking about the because I said so, some weirdo shit, we don't associate. Your number is blocked. I don't know you anymore. Actually, I never knew you, as it turns out. But so that's why it was an L. But yeah, if we saw Philip and we saw like, you know, he was a cool dude, he had the, you know, these dynamics, even if it didn't have to be his new coworker, if it was homeboy that he shot. I didn't care for the homeboy. I didn't know him. I met him like one scene prior. Who cares? Feels like a trap for Kamina, and it ended up being a trap. I thought it was homeboy who she got the connects from. I thought he was the one who trapped her. Kamina trying to be on her House Martell of Dorne shit, unbent, unbroken, and unbowed at the end of the episode. And then I said Blondie either gonna die a hero or become a villain or fuck Marco. Who knows? If alright, well, I guess none of these happen. I just felt some sort of tension, and I was like, they're kind of like putting her in the forefront a little bit, and usually one of these things would happen. When I say die a hero, we're like, maybe Marco, like how he left series, maybe he does another move like that, and it's just like, you're hurting the belts, and so she does something, either successfully or fails at it, to try to stop you. Or Marco, whether it be through Philip, and then Philip through Naomi, or whatever means it may be, does something, or maybe he just dies in general, and then she's like the last like villain or whatever. Or, you know, they have some relations, but then she did she end up catching a stray? I think she ended up catching a stray of shrapnel. I don't remember. I just remember her bleeding out of her chair. Episode 5. Once again, we must say L daughter. Took her bro that, you know, I blame her death for, and gave her to extraterrestrial beings that's not even 100% confirmed of real resurrection. And then I put Zan took a proto-molecule Zan. I think I put Holden think Marco gonna be boys. I think when he was like, we should tell Marco about this, that, when it came to the entities. I was like, you think that's just gonna end the war? Like, this is literally like the little Game of Thrones moment. You think bringing a white to Cersei is gonna be like, oh hey, we're cool now? No. And if anything, we already got a large army. Okay, maybe a larger army would help, maybe. But what we really need is a better battle plan, and we needed the dragons. We didn't really need Cersei. And then in this case, like, Marco not going for that. He don't care, bruh. The only thing that's gonna happen is the way that he met his demise, he would have been prepared for it. I don't remember. Okay. Amos, war is a bad place for good men. I put that's a fucking bar. I feel like there's more to that quote. War is a bad place for good men. I gotta try to find that. I think he said that in a bar with Bobby. I don't know if anything happened off camera, but did they get it on? Because they very much alluded to it. Let me see. Okay, I think that's one. Hold on. Yeah. All right. So we at the bar right here.
A case of... So just drink. Our grandchildren.
I'm not sure I'm going. Are we? Because war is when you try to kill the other guy when you get the kid on the pillow. Sometimes if it...
Firing line. Well, when you're in the shit, not mad or honor. Doesn't matter if...
Yeah. You won't come with?
I feel like, yeah, I passed it.
I've...
Like if you're good or bad then.
Line, drop shit.
War is the wrong... Then a couple times he saved the whole human race. I guess it balances out.
All right,
I'm
so
a man who does things by degrees.
War is the wrong place for good men.
Okay, the wrong place for good men.
Good or bad, it's the same place for.
Okay, I guess that was the only part of that. Anyway, it was a bar nonetheless. But yeah, then it was
Then what difference?
like, bruh, hold on.
I've been the only watch your back and
Back to the ship. And this basically when he said he's not going back.
You won't come with?
You wanna come
with
with?
you.
With you?
With you.
Or with you?
Whatever.
Bruh said whatever. He said, I'm about whatever, man. Oh, what they talking about? Their pain don't count. We the only thing that matters. And then the scene cut. We missed out on that. I don't even think I wrote that down. Oh, I did put the Ellen DeGeneres cut line later on. Where am I at? Okay. What happened? Oh. I put now Kamina has truly lost everything. Oh, I think that's when she was like, I will stay with him. And like basically it was just her. And she already was declining Naomi's calls. I was like, damn, now she really lost everything. Then I put Ellen DeGeneres cut series leader talking about drummer. How does it feel to be Inner's pet? How does it feel to be Marco's little bitch? You're not the short-haired chick he gonna fuck. Talking about Blondie. But yeah, like, dude, shut up, bruh. You sitting there and like and then really basically being a little bitch when he left you for dead. That's an L. Okay. Alright, alright, so we got the final episode right here. Episode 6. I put probably pertaining to the L kid. The way it's looking right now, I guess fuck the proto-molecule. Oh, okay. Cause yeah, we're not gonna get any type of explanation for that. I know that there's a little time skip, but like, can we really depend on that for all the actors to be available whenever they're aged to the right amount, and for writers to be readily available, and showrunners and Amazon to be like, okay, yeah, I know it's been a while, the fan base probably is still here, let's greenlight it. It's a gamble. I put W Pops. L mom for letting her go. L dumbass daughter. She can die at this point for all I care. But yeah, bruh. She sat there. Okay, no, we should be straight. She sat there. All right. Pops pulled out the knife. Like, he knew what time it was. Like, it's not like something of this is the first zombie. We seen the proto-molecule. So you know what time it is. L mom for letting go of her daughter. Like, you should already know what time it is. She already left. She literally just got back with this demonic looking version of your deceased kid. And then you decide, oh, you didn't push her out the door, but like let go of her when you're holding her back. And then, she just ran outside and then ran around and opened the door. I was like, bro, L mom and for sure L daughter. Dumbass Martian antagonizing an ally after their L. Oh, she wanna talk about some, like, Avasarala's like, nah, we gotta do this. And then there was like, basically she was talking to her I don't know if it was her superiors or not, or basically just saying let's just do it regardless. Then after y'all get destroyed by the railguns in the station, now you want to, like, I think you're antagonizing Kamina. You want to talk crazy, like, nigga, you just took an L. You should be taking all the help you can get. and you really shouldn't be saying anything because you wanted to do something by yourself and got bodied. I put Marco think he robbed Stark when he was like, when they did basically Whispering Wood, but with his ship. I was like, Kamina better not kamikaze. She was about to, and then someone else did it for her, so appreciate that. R.I.P. Blondie, so I guess she died in that battle. Clarissa dead as shit. Why did I think? Oh, this is when she found out, like, when she found out that she was gonna die. She's about to pass out. No one was there, and then she went into the got 6 months to live or whatever. Yeah, she did it. And what's gonna happen to her? She gonna die during the time skip? Let's see. And if House of the Dragon can time jump like 30 years type shit in one season, I'm pretty sure y'all can do some time skips within multiple seasons. Bobby came down like Iron Man. Oh, when they jumped down, got to the ground, and then yeah, she really popped up like she was Iron Man. I said kills Bobby, or I swear if they kill Bobby and Amos, this is some BS. And then I said, what the fuck? Did she camp? I think that's when she jumped down. There's no timestamp. I think I stopped doing timestamps at the end, because I was like, I should know what I'm talking about. This is not the first couple episodes, but I guess I can exit out of Amazon then. But I think I was saying, because she shot the thing and then just sat there for a minute and still got blasted. I was like, why are you just camping there? I don't know if I was referring to her or something, or someone else. As long as we get to kill Marco, we're definitely gonna do that. What? Oh, okay. Amos said, as long as we get to kill Marco, and then Holden gonna be like, we're definitely gonna do that. I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy. What happened last time when we're definitely gonna do that? You didn't even know. You still don't know to this day. You still don't know that Philip was not on the ship. So I mean, I guess you got the okay from Naomi, but still. And I think what she said in that little speech was like, every person who dies, like, is gonna be because of her. I don't remember. But what I'm saying is, every person who died from that point. So if Bobby and Amos would have died at that moment, I would have blamed you, Holden. And so characters tier list gonna be next week. I already did it, but if they would have died at that point, you would have been way lower on the ranking, because I would have blamed you for that. That would have been your fault. Let's see, who else? If Kamina would have kamikazed, that would have been your fault. Who else was in any danger? If your little thing with the entities didn't work, or y'all didn't think of that, and y'all had to try to do some other solution, and some other people would have died because of that, that would have been on you. Anyone who died in that battle, that's on you, Holden. But I don't know those people, so I guess it's not gonna bring you down. They had to hold that L. I think that was when Marco got bodied. Yeah. That's when Marco got bodied. Then they cut to Naomi crying and holding her. I was like, they had to hold that L. Mars needs to shut up in the negotiations. Mars always want to talk. Well, granted, Earth was talking crazy in the first seasons, And Mars was kind of more, well, we had more POVs, like people that were, the only person we really had on Earth side was Aaron Wright and Avasarala. And then we knew Aaron Wright was kind of some different stuff. But like, we at least had like, I guess we kind of had almost equal amount of people in Mars. We had like 2 other people, but one person we didn't really know that much, and then one person who came there with Bobby, and we kind of was getting the sense that he's withholding information. Let's see. But yeah, they need to like, like basically they want to just completely shun the belt. This is how we got here in the first place, bro. Shut up. You just need to shut up anytime we're discussing things. Unless we're like throwing you to, and let's not forget that it's your people who got Mars, who got the belt at this level that they needed to be. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, unless it was like a thing of, okay, the belt gets this and Earth gets this and Mars, you don't really get anything, just shut up, bro. You could just be quiet until it's time to say, yeah, okay, we're cool with that, or nah, like y'all are kind of giving us the short end of the stick. That's the only time you need to speak. Other than that, be quiet, bro. I respect the resign holding, but that's gonna bring conflict. I'm gonna come back to that. But yeah, like if we're in negotiations, Earth being like, no, we can't give it to the belt, and Mars being like, no, we can't give it to the belt, and they say, okay, holding is the compromise. For you to resign, that's gonna bring conflict. That was dumb. If you're gonna be that person, the only person that could be in that position, other suitable candidates, whether alive or dead, could have been like Fred Johnson. I don't know, I guess you and Fred Johnson were like the only people who would kind of be, acceptable. They're like, the Earth and Mars are not going for Naomi, and at this point I'm not going for Naomi either. Amos is more of just, a soldier than a leader. And, well, Rip Alex, I guess they could have went for that, because they're kind of, a free, kind of like a freelancer, like independent contractors or whatever. Okay, so if Alex was here, I guess, but I don't see him being some type of, leader or whatever. But we'll come back to that in a second. And then I forgot there's another scene, but like this whole time I'm like, if Amos and Clarissa don't fuck, bruh. I know we had a little scene with Bobby, but like, dude, come on, bruh. And then Rocinante becomes a star. Oh, I think it was like how they ended it, how the back of the Rocinante like went into the horizon, and then it looked like it was a star, and like, I appreciated that. But we'll get to final thoughts in a minute. We'll go back to that holding position. See, if anything, if I was holding in that scenario, I would have like, cause he originally, I'm the president, and then the vice president would have been Kamina. I would have advisors. Like he's the leader of that community. Granted, I don't think he makes the best decisions. I think Kamina makes better decisions than him. I think a good amount of the time Avasarala makes better decisions than him. I think Fred Johnson makes better decisions than him. I think Anderson Dawes, makes better decisions than him. And I think Marco makes better decisions than him, but Marco is not for everyone else. He's not even like, I don't know. Marco is, he's a wild card. But where you have advisors where, I mean, you kind of, well, yeah, I guess if all like parties from each side, it will take all parties from each side to basically negate, like, if Holden's the president or whatever leader name you want to go with, negate his sort of decision. If they're like, this is dumb, like, this is gonna ruin everything. If Belt, Mars, and Earth said no, then it's a no-go. Because if Holden's gonna be impartial, and then that could be that thing where he's just dead wrong on something, they can advise, okay, he's like, I still feel like we should do this, and everyone disagrees, then they can, have some sort of check and balance with that. But like, where Holden's the president, and then from the Belt you have like, alright, you have like maybe like two advisors. You have like one of the main ones, and then someone who like advises that person. So who's like, for instance, in certain pairings you had like Kamina and Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson might think something, and like maybe he might be the main one saying something, but Kamina might say something, oh yeah, that's a good idea, we'll go with this instead. Or like Kamina and Ashford. But potential candidates for the two, I'm gonna just say the names for the Belt. Could have been Kamina, Fred Johnson. I think Fred Johnson could have been, the main leader instead, but you can go with him for the Belt, Fred Johnson. You can go with him. You can go with him with Earth too if you wanted to, but we'll go with him for the Belt. Kamina, Fred Johnson, Anderson Dawes, Ashford, and yeah, you can't really say Marco because he's gonna be an extremist. With Earth, Avasarala, and these are alive or dead, of course, and I'm saying I name people who are dead. Avasarala. See, Aaron Wright he's someone who can like give you another perspective, but like he can't be the final say so, and he can't be a whisper in someone's ear of someone who's easily manipulated. Like, it'd have to be Avasarala and then him advising Avasarala instead of someone weaker and then him advising someone weaker, or him leading and him not even listening to his advisor, or us having to depend on him to listen to his advisor. And you could use some, like, for instance, what was his name? Southern. You can use like some of the like people who's in the military. They kind of had, besides the people who's siding with Aaron Wright, they were the more reasonable of sorts than most of the people like in politics when it came to Earth. I don't really know a lot of Mars leadership to really say anything, so I guess whoever Mars wants to go with, then that could be them, and then we could come together with this sort of council. One final say so, but if all are not in favor of what that person's going for, then they can overrule it. But yeah, so overall, I put I liked season 6, but the ending was anti-climatic because there's more. Like I said, we don't know if we're ever going to get this. Now, you can say, they said they want to do more, but we don't know if we're going to get that regardless. They could say one thing, Like, and we know how it is with shows and like franchises. Now they want to have all these different scenarios. Like, for instance, oh, everyone's saying, don't recast T'Challa. It's disrespectful to the actor. You're disrespecting the legacy of the character for not having him be continued and having him be like thrown away to the side in the most asinine way off camera. That's an L. Then when a movie's about to come out, trailer drops. Oh, you recast him. Y'all niggas were crying. What are you talking about? Or we got certain situations where oh, that's besides the point. You just get that one example. Holding the actor for all. I don't know who's in the story or who's not. Let's just the most logical would be, in my opinion, would be Holden. You know, this was the main person that I think in the books, and this is one of the main people mostly for the show. If he's like, yeah, I can't, like, what if he, all right, let's just say he just signed some deal with, like, I don't know, he's doing like Marvel and Star Wars and whatever, just something that's gonna be him contractually tied down from different projects, and him having to work those different projects, and he's like, yeah, I can't really fit in the time for the Expanse. Even if he wanted to, like, he doesn't know if this is gonna happen. Okay, well, time's gone by, and you know he's still held down by these contracts. What then? Or even if let's just recast, then recast everyone. Wait a couple years, like 5 years, recast everyone. That's not gonna happen, but 20 years to see how a story ends. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, like the Expanse cool, but I'm not waiting 20 years for it. This is not something where it's like the top of my list where like I will wait for it. Something like A Song of Ice and Fire. Okay, I mean, I'll wait for it if I know it would come out. Like, let's just say George R.R. Martin was like, the books are finished, but we just need a lot of time to make sure it's edited properly. We have all the base stuff there. If anything, we'll take some stuff out, maybe tweak this here and there. That's enough for like a good writer who knows the source material can like fix that up, and like it might not be how it would be, but I'll know I'll get that. That's different with that. Because it's something, you know, that I'm more invested in. Like, I'm be honest, I'd probably never read these books a day in my life. No, I can't even say that. I was gonna say if there's, I don't know, if I'm not saying it's a better medium, but if it was a comic, I'd probably, you know, pick up a comic book if it was Expanse. I'm not about to go into a deep novel. Now, if the novel was like, get something. Hold on. Me. Like if the novel was like, you know, like this size or something, okay, I'll probably pick it up maybe. I cannot get this back in here now. Screw it, I'll do it later. It did not want to go. But yeah, can you focus? But yes, and it's so I'm saying I was using Game of Thrones as an example because it's something that I got into recently. But like, it's not something like Star Wars or Harry Potter where I'd wait to see something. And I'd prefer to see it more recent, but like The Expanse is like I will see it recent, I will see it now, or if it's coming up soon. But if we gotta wait 10, 20 years when I'm further in life, I'm not focusing on that. I'd probably not see a single episode. I'd probably not even hear about it. But yeah, it's gonna be it for this one. Like I said, next week I'm gonna have characters tier list, and then a week after that I'm gonna be reacting to the trailers and like gameplay trailers to The Expanse Telltale. Gaming channel description down below. And then like a couple weeks after that, be doing the final seasons and movies tier list. Like when I do it later on, instead of Expanse season 1, Expanse season 2, Expanse season 3, instead of that being in the tiers like separately, I'd have just The Expanse, The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Lost in Space, Stranger Things, instead of season 1, season 2 of whatever series. But then basically around that time, I suspect that we should have some sort of date, or maybe already out, of The Expanse by Telltale. Gaming channel description down below. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. Thumbs up, subscribe, stay tuned for the next one, and I'm out. Peace. Ah, fuck. Also, hold on, I got y'all. Also, I just come on, computer. Hey, that picture in the in the outro, I just uploaded that, man. Follow me on IG. But yeah, I'm out, y'all.